Hello, my friends. Are you learning English but struggling with boring lessons, long grammar rules, and difficult vocabulary? What if I told you there's a more natural, more fun, and more powerful way to improve your English? Without textbooks, without translation, and without stress. In today's video, I will show you how to learn English through interesting historical facts and stories by reading and listening at the same time, just like native speakers do. This method is simple, it's enjoyable, and it really works. Let's dive into the world of history and let history teach you English. Why learning English through stories works so well? First, let's talk about the power of stories. Stories are how humans have shared knowledge for thousands of years. Long before schools, people sat around fires and told stories about kings and queens, heroes and battles, strange events and lessons from the past. Why does this matter for learning English? Because stories connect emotions with words. When you feel something, surprise, curiosity, even laughter, your brain remembers better. If I tell you Napoleon was once attacked by rabbits, you'll remember that fact and the words used to tell it because it made you smile or wonder, wait, what? So instead of memorizing grammar rules, you're connecting real English with real emotions. That's powerful. That's how native speakers learn, and it's how you can learn too. The magic of listening and reading at the same time. Now, let's talk about the method. When you read a story and listen to it at the same time, your brain works in two ways. Your eyes take in the text and your ears hear the sounds of English. This helps your brain make fast connections between written and spoken language. You learn how words are pronounced, how sentences sound in real speech, what words mean from context, not translation, how to feel the rhythm of English. This is called multisensory learning, and it helps you learn faster and deeper. The more often you do this, the more natural English becomes. You stop translating in your head, you start thinking in English. And this is when fluency begins. Why you should stop translating every word? Here's something very important. Stop trying to translate every word into your native language. I know it feels safe, I know it seems helpful, but it actually slows you down. Your brain becomes like a computer with too many tabs open, switching between languages, trying to make sense of everything. This causes stress, confusion, and slow progress. Instead, when you listen and read at the same time and focus on understanding the idea, not every single word, your brain begins to understand English directly. It may feel strange at first, but with practice, it becomes easy. Just like children learn by hearing and watching, you can too. Why history is the perfect topic for language learning? Now, why choose history? Because history is full of stories, true stories. Some are shocking, some are inspiring, some are just strange or funny, but all of them are memorable. And when something is memorable, the words stay with you longer. For example, you learn the word betray through the story of Julius Caesar. You learn revolution through the French or American revolutions. You understand invention, discovery, and conflict through real events. Also, historical stories often repeat useful vocabulary, dates, names, actions, emotion. That repetition in context helps you remember naturally. And guess what? You're also learning about the world, about culture, people, and time while improving your English. That's what I call smart learning. Let me tell you a real and very strange historical story that shows exactly how you can learn English while learning something fun. Have you ever heard about the Great Emu War? Yes, it was a real event that happened in Australia in 1932. And no, it was not a war between humans. It was a war between Australian soldiers and giant birds called emus. So what happened after World War I? Many soldiers in Australia became farmers, but in 1932, over 20,000 emus started invading their farms. These birds were huge, about 2 meters tall, And they were fast and strong. They destroyed crops, fences, and water supplies. The farmers asked the government for help, and the government sent real soldiers with machine guns to fight the emus. But here's the funny part, the emus won. The soldiers tried to shoot them, but the birds were too fast and spread out. The soldiers couldn't hit enough of them. In one report, over 2,500 bullets were used, and only around 200 emus were stopped. That's a very bad result. Eventually, the soldiers gave up. The emus kept running free. People started joking that Australia had lost a war against birds. Why is this story great for learning English? Because while you listened, you heard new words in action. Invaded, the emus came and took over the land. Destroyed, they damaged the crops. Supplies, things like food and water. Machine guns, soldiers, gave up. All in a real context. You didn't have to translate anything, you understood from the situation. That's how your brain learns English naturally. And guess what? Now you'll never forget the word emu, right? How to use this method in your daily routine? So how can you start using this method every day? It's easier than you think. Here's a simple routine. Step 1, choose a short historical story in English or something interesting, not too long. Step 2, listen and read at the same time. Focus on the meaning, not translation. Step 3, listen again, this time without reading, and try to understand. Step 4, read the story aloud. Practice the pronunciation. Step 5, repeat the same story a few times that week. Even if you do this for just 30 minutes a day, you'll start to see progress. Your understanding will grow, your vocabulary will increase, and your speaking will feel more natural. Small steps every day equals big results over time. Watch my channel daily, just 30 minutes. To help you even more, I created this YouTube channel for learners like you. Every week I post short and interesting historical stories, strange but true facts from history, clear, slow English audio, subtitles to read along, natural English with real vocabulary. You don't need to study hard, just watch one video a day, listen and read, and enjoy the process. It's fun, it's easy, and it works. Try it for 30 minutes a day. Do it for 1 week, and you'll already feel the difference. So, to sum it up, stories help your brain remember English. Reading plus listening is the fastest way to improve. No need to translate every word. History gives you real vocabulary and context. Just 30 minutes a day can change your English forever. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon so you never miss a new story, and share this video with a friend who's also learning English. Let's make English fun again, and let history be your best teacher. Thanks for watching, and remember, learn English from the past to speak fluently in the future. See you in the next video.